Today I'll be showing you all of the Haunted Mansion pins that I have purchased recently, as well as a Hitchhiking Ghosts sketchbook ornament that I got last year. I just had it sitting around waiting for a Haunted Mansion video to show it to you. So I have 19 pins here to show you, which includes a fig pin and a fantasy pin. And since these are Haunted Mansion pins, I did check to see if they glow in the dark, and to my surprise, not many of them do. However, I will say that there's one pin that I didn't think was going to glow at all, and it does in fact glow in the dark. But not only that, it glows in a way that I've never seen before, so that was a very cool surprise. So I'll be showing you that soon, but right now, let's get to the pins. Okay, let's start with the Haunted Mansion 55th Anniversary pins. So this one here, super cool design. This says the Haunted Mansion, 55 years, and we have the mansion in the background with the two columns from the entrance right there, and we have Hatbox Ghost in the middle, and all the windows and the words are filled with some kind of see-through element there. And then I thought, oh, okay, these are going to be stained glass, but you flip it over and nope, they're not. They don't cut through, so they are just filled elements. They don't glow in the dark either, but they do look cool. I just thought they were going to be see-through or glow in the dark. And this one is an LE 3000. You can see it says Haunted Mansion 55 right there. Super cool pin. And then the next one is pretty much the same design. So you can see the background. It's the same mansion, the same columns, the same writing. It just has Madame Leota instead of the Hatbox Ghost. And this one here is a magic key pin, and this one is an LE 4000. And I thought these were super nice. So I had to get the third in the collection, which is the same design here. So you have the same columns and house, the same writing, but this one has the Hitchhiking Ghosts. But this is a mini jumbo, so it is quite a bit bigger than the ones I just showed you. It's kind of weird. They call this a mini jumbo, but it's bigger than some other mini jumbo pins that I've seen. But it is super nice. This one was $34.99, and it is a limited edition 2250. I got this one on the Disney store, but I think they sold it in the parks too, or at least at Disneyland maybe. But yeah, I wanted to get all three of these to kind of complete that collection of that style. So the fourth pin that I have from the 55th anniversary of the Haunted Mansion is this Madame Leota Seance pin. So we have Madame Leota here in the middle, it says 55 on the bottom, and you have the tambourine, the bell, the drum, and the trumpet there, and then you can ask her a question, and then you can spin the pen, and the answers are no, yes, ask again, unlikely, and perhaps. So kind of like the Magic 8 Ball, and the way this works is this is your pin post here, and then the middle section spins, or I guess you can even spin the front. So very unique style pin. I thought it was pretty cool, so I had to have this one. And if you're wondering, this one does glow in the dark, so here we can see it. Yeah, so that is pretty cool. This one glows really well. You can see the tambourine and the drum and all of that, and Madame Leota. Really cool glow effect on this one. So now we have the Madame Leota Crystal Ball pen, and this is an open edition pen. This was from 2023. It was part of the Haunted Mansion Trend collection. They had a mystery set and some other pens that had these kind of vibrant colors you usually don't see. And this one, she is in her orb here, in her crystal ball, so it's kind of a cool pin design. On the back, see how much it sticks up there? On the back, it just, has a usual Mickey pin back, not limited edition, just an open edition one, but yeah, pretty cool. And this one does not glow in the dark, so I thought this one would. I thought the candlesticks would glow, and I thought behind her head would glow, but it doesn't. Still a cool pin though. Here we have a Hatbox Ghost pen. This is just an open edition pen that was released in July of 2024, and this is just a rack pen you can get in the parks. And this one, I was guessing that it probably wouldn't glow in the dark, but it actually does. So you get the Hatbox Ghost, you get his face, and then you can see the Hatbox glows really well too. I was hoping that it would be like the fig pen, where you actually got the face of the Hatbox Ghost in the Hatbox when it glows in the dark, but this one just glows the Hatbox, but still a very cool pen. So now we have the caretaker and his dog, and this is a fig pen. I love fig pens. I just like the size of them, and they work great on pin boards. So this would look great on a Haunted Mansion pin board. You can take it out of the box here, remove the card. The card has some tombstones on it, limited release. And so here we have the caretaker. You can get kind of close here. Caretaker, he's got his lantern, and then he's got his shovel, and then the dog right there. So very cool. And the cards used to have the cool picture on the back, but now it just shows you to go into the app and unlock it, which we'll do right here. I have the caretaker fig pin here that I'm going to put in the app. Okay, so we have our score. So let's see what we have here. We have first edition, lot A, 20 points. Volume 1 of 3,500, 7 points. And the sequence number is 1,241st pin out of the 3,500 in this lot. So that's, it's in the front half. So let's go ahead and claim the pin. So I'm going to claim it now on today's date, which is October 2nd. I got this, probably 2 months ago. So I've got a lot of fig pins that I've had for over a year that I haven't put in the app yet. So now we can go to my collection. And where is this guy going to be? Here he is. So we're actually going to move him to my Disney Parks collection. So we can claim him. First claim was 50 points, so we can launch him. Did that work? There we go. Launch now. So launch date was September 5th. So I got 35 points for that. I can check for a sequence bonus, but we know I don't have any of that. So that, it looks like we have something else. Insight, a special fig pen. Do we have a special fig pen? Let's find out. This is a very special fig pen. Let us know how you acquired this fig pen to get some magical points. Well, I got this from Connie's Magic Mail Service, so she got it at Disneyland. So there we go. So you earned 20 points for getting it at Disneyland. Oh, I guess they call him the Gravedigger. I always call him the Caretaker. Gravedigger, Caretaker. Yeah. And then I think that's the last thing that I can click on. So now we have his total fig pin power of 7,350. And then I'm going to go ahead and move him to my Disney Parks shelf. So now I can go back. And then now I have my 3 Disney Park fig pins here. So I have Hatbox Ghost, Orange Bird, and the Caretaker, or Gravedigger, whatever you want to call them. So I'll show these next 2 together. These are box lunch pens. They're not Loungefly pens, they're just box lunch pens. So they're on this card back that's got the Haunted Mansion wallpaper. And this one is just, says the Haunted Mansion, and a Haunted Mansion plaque. Super cool. I thought it was very simple, but I thought it would look good on a pin board. And you just have the backer with the recycle logo there. And this one here does not glow in the dark. I was for sure thinking this one would glow in the dark. I thought this whole thing would glow, but nope, it doesn't. And neither does this one, but this one's pretty cool. So this is the coffin, and then it's a slider. So you can kind of open the coffin, just like on the ride. thought this one was pretty cool. You can see it just kind of slides back and forth right there. Thought that was a cool pen. So I got, both of these in box lunch. I think it was in September of 2023. I think I've had these ones sitting around a while. So I thought these would look really cool on a Haunted Mansion pin board, especially with that open like that. I like that look. That looks pretty cool. So here is a Haunted Mansion pen set. This is a limited edition set. This one came out in July of 2024, and this was a limited edition 5,000. So the 4 pens that we have are the Hatbox Ghost. We have a raven up here on a sign that says "Look Alive," and we have Madame Leota, and then Master Gracie. So these are pretty cool. And we can look at the back here. So it does say limited edition 5,000. Pretty cool. I know these were sold, I think these were on the Disney store and also in the parks. And these ones, I was thinking these would glow in the dark because, you know, maybe all Madame Leota will glow in the dark. I think that would look pretty cool. Like Look Alive will glow in the dark. And then to my surprise, they do glow in the dark, but not the way I thought. So here you can see the part that glows in the dark is the green border. And it's always a weird choice because the part that glows in the dark, you can't even tell what the pin is. You just see the border. It looks kind of cool. It's a blue color that I wasn't expecting, but I thought it would have been better to have the actual pin design itself glow. So you can see the Hatbox Ghost, Master Gracie, and Madame Leota. But hey, still pretty cool that it glows. The description on the Disney Store website, it didn't say that these glowed, So here is a pin for the Haunted Mansion movie, and this was released in July of 2023, so I've had this one for a while. And this is the plaque, and it does have a spinner element to it. So we have the Haunted Mansion, and then you can spin it, and it's got I believe that's a G for Gracie Manor. But really cool. I love the detail on the plaque. It's a pretty thick pin too. So pretty nice. You got all the writing around the edges there. This is just a limited release, but I thought this one was pretty cool. I still have not seen this movie. I keep forgetting about it, but maybe now that it's October, I'll check this movie out. Here we have an open edition Madame Leota pen. This was just a rack pen from, I think this one's from 2020. So this is an older pen. You've probably seen this in the parks. You may still be able to get it. I'm not sure. Just has Madame Leota here. And it is, like I said, just an open edition pen. And this one does glow in the dark. So of course all the green here glows in the dark, kind of lights up. Pretty nice. Pretty cool for an open edition pen. Here we have a Haunted Mansion pen. It is a Magic Key pen. And this one is from this year. This is from August of 2024. And it has Haunted Mansion banner down here. And we have Madame Leota with all of the drum and the bell and tambourine and all that, and you can see the mansion in the background. We can take a look here. This one is a limited release, so not a limited edition, just a limited release, but it is Magic Key pen. And this one, do you think this one will glow in the dark? I thought for sure this was glowing in the dark. I thought the moon would glow in the dark, and then the sign, and then all of her items, but it turns out nope, this one doesn't glow in the dark. Nothing glows in the dark on this one. So I was a bit surprised on that. And this is a pin on pen. You can see that Madame Leota and all of her items are the bumped up part of the pen. So super nice pen. So here we have a Haunted Mansion 50th anniversary pen. And this one is pretty cool. I got this from Anyone Can Pen on Instagram when she had a sale. And this is a Walt Disney Imagineering pen. And this one is celebrating the 50th. So it's got that same plaque design as the movie pen, but this one opens up here. And then you've got, it has a magnet on it, so it's a little bit harder to open up. And we have one of the duelers that you see in the mansion there. It's pretty cool. So you can kind of see through. It was a big set of these. I forget how many there were of these, but they had different characters inside this little hinge here. And you can see on the back that it says Haunted Mansion Walt Disney Imagineering exclusive. Limited edition 300. So, very nice. And this one I was like, oh, this one's going to glow in the dark. I figured his face and his hands would glow in the dark, but nope, it does not glow in the dark. So now we have a fantasy pen, and this one is the Hatbox Ghost, but it's kind of a holiday theme. So it's a gingerbread Hatbox Ghost. So his cane is a candy cane, and you've got a little peppermint there, and you've got his head in the hat box there. And this is from waltersworks.com. So it's waltersworks with the X.com, and you can get a lot of different Haunted Mansion pins, Hatbox Ghost pins like this. You can get the regular one that's not a gingerbread, but I think the gingerbread one's pretty cool. Nothing super exciting on the back, just says Walter's Works down there on the bottom. But they do have lots of Hatbox Ghost pins like this and also decals. So my friend got me this when he was at I think it was a toy convention or something. And so he got me this, and he got me this decal, this vinyl decal, which is super cool. You can put this on your car, or my friend has it on his laptop, which looks really cool. So very cool. You can check out that site and pick up one of these. So now we have the mini jumbo from the Haunted Mansion Trend Collection. So this was from, I think, July of 2023. This is a limited release, and they're considering this one a mini jumbo. And this one is pretty cool because you have the Hatbox Ghost up here. You have the Bride, Coffin, Madame Leota, the Singing Bus, the Gargoyle, and the Hitchhiking Ghost with the Haunted Mansion plaque down here. And it is pin on pin, limited release. And this one is the one I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So I looked at this and thought, well, that one's not going to glow in the dark, right? I mean, because what would glow in the dark here? Her dress? Is that it? That's what I thought. And then I brought all of these into a dark room, and boom, this is what I see. It's like, wow, I was not expecting the red to glow or any of those sections to glow that are glowing. So this one was a big surprise for me. I was very, very shocked when I saw that this one glowed. Very cool. It made me like this pin even more. I actually like the little color schemes that they have in these, so I was a fan of this Trend Collection. So very cool pen. So now we have the Hitchhiking Ghosts Sketchbook Ornament, and I got this in July of 2023, and this thing's just been sitting around waiting for a Haunted Mansion video. So this is part of the Sketchbook series, and I do have quite a few pins from the Sketchbook series, and they were all very nice. So this is a glass orb here, and we have the Hitchhiking Ghosts, and they're on a cobblestone type road, and there's a base here that looks like it's got little bats. It doesn't light up or anything. It would be cool if there was a switch and it like lit it up. So it doesn't light up, but I thought it looked pretty cool, and I didn't get it for just an ornament. I got it to sit on the shelf, and it has a little clip here. The ornament has a little clasp, so I just unhooked that, and so then now it can just sit like that on the shelf. I thought that would look pretty cool, and then maybe you could put a light behind it that would kind of shine through it, maybe different colored lights or something, so you get a different effect. I don't know, thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, finally I'm able to get it out of the box and show it, and now it can go on the shelf behind me. Very cool. So those were my most recent additions to my Haunted Mansion pin collection. What I would like to do is get all my Haunted Mansion pins on one Haunted Mansion pin board. So when I do that, then I can do a video that shows my entire Haunted Mansion pin collection. So I'm not sure when I'll get to that, but hey, it's a good goal. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all these Haunted Mansion pins. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.